What if your sunglasses could show you text messages, walking directions, and live translations without ever pulling out your phone? That's the Meta Ray-Ban display. $799, a screen in the lens, and a mind-reading wristband. Let's see if it delivers. Welcome back to X-Zone. We previously reviewed the original Ray-Ban Meta, the Gen 1 with a camera, speakers, and Meta AI but no display. Link in the description. Today is a different product entirely. The Meta Ray-Ban display adds an in-lens heads-up display and a neural wristband for gesture control at nearly triple the Gen 1's price. Is that screen worth the premium? Let's break it down. These still look like regular Ray-Ban Wayfarers. Two colors, black and sand. Two sizes, standard and large. Every pair ships with transitions lenses, and prescription is available from -4 to +4 diopters. At 69 grams, they're heavier than normal sunglasses, but still wearable all day. Reviewers just note the weight becomes noticeable after several hours. Now, the display. A full-color micro-LED screen in the right lens, 600 by 600 pixels, 20-degree field of view, 42 pixels per degree, higher pixel density than the Apple Vision Pro. Peak brightness hits 5,000 nits, so it's readable even in direct sunlight. Light leakage is about 2%, meaning the person across from you can't see what's on screen. It refreshes at up to 90 Hz, with content running at 30 Hz. In practice, it's crisp and natural to glance at. 2 taps of the thumb and middle finger and it appears. When it's off, it genuinely disappears. Important clarification. This is not full AR. It's a fixed monocular heads-up display. Content floats in a set position in the lens, not spatially overlaid on the real world. For what it does, it works very well. Every pair includes the Meta Neural Band, a wristband that uses surface electromyography to read muscle signals from the forearm. It detects finger movements before they're even visible and translates them into commands. Thumb to index pinch is a click. Sliding the thumb along the index finger scrolls. Tapping thumb to middle finger toggles the display. Twisting the wrist adjusts volume or zoom. There's a learning curve. Most reviewers say a few days to reach about 80% accuracy, but it becomes intuitive quickly. The standout feature is virtual typing. Trace letters on any surface or in mid-air within WhatsApp and Messenger, and the band converts it to text. Slower than dictation, but useful when speaking aloud isn't an option. The band weighs 42 grams, comes in 3 sizes, has IPX7 water resistance, and lasts up to 18 hours per charge. One annoyance, it uses a proprietary charging cable instead of USB-C. The display is what separates this from every other smart glass on the market, and the software takes full advantage. Ask Meta AI a question and get visual step-by-step answers on the lens instead of audio only. Messages from WhatsApp, Messenger, Instagram, and text all appear privately in view. Reply by dictation or virtual typing. Video calls let the caller see through the glasses. Pedestrian navigation covers 32 cities with turn-by-turn directions displayed on the lens. Live captions translate conversations in real time: English, Spanish, French, and Italian. Recent updates have added a teleprompter for presentations and public speaking, EMG handwriting in early access, and in February 2026, the V22 firmware brought Conversation Focus, which amplifies the voice of whoever the wearer is looking at while cutting background noise. One major gap: there is no App Store. Only Meta's own apps are available. No Gmail, no Slack, no TikTok, no third-party apps at all. For $799, that stings. Camera-wise, it's a 12-megapixel ultra-wide with 3x zoom. The viewfinder on the display makes framing much easier than the screenless models, but video maxes out at 1440p at 30 frames per second. Meanwhile, the $379 Gen 2 shoots 3K at 30 frames per second and 1080p at 60 frames per second. Same 12-megapixel sensor as Gen 1. The camera isn't the reason for the price here, the display is. Audio comes from 2 open-ear speakers and 6 microphones. Solid for calls, adequate for music. Battery: up to 6 hours of mixed use on the glasses, with the folding case adding 24 more. Real-world use with active display lands closer to 4 to 5 hours. The Gen 2 gets 8 hours with a 48-hour case, so battery life is a clear trade-off for having a screen. The Neural Band's 18 hours is plenty for a full day. Every concern about the standard Ray-Ban Meta carries over here, and the display arguably raises the stakes. A small white LED on the front of the glasses lights up when the camera is recording. In theory, that alerts bystanders. In practice, it's easy to miss, especially outdoors or in well-lit environments. And third-party modification kits that disable the LED entirely have been documented by outlets like 404 Media. In January 2026, BBC News reported on multiple cases of people using the glasses to covertly record conversations, particularly in social settings, and uploading footage to social media without the subject's knowledge or consent. That kind of misuse is difficult to prevent with hardware alone, when the glasses look identical to regular Ray-Bans. The institutional response has been swift. Schools across the US have started banning all wearable tech, not just phones, but smartwatches and smart glasses too. The US Air Force recently prohibited personnel from wearing smart glasses in uniform, citing data security concerns. And privacy group NOYB sent Meta a cease and desist in May 2025 over its use of European user data for AI training. On the data side, Meta's April 2025 privacy update enabled AI features on the glasses by default. Voice recordings triggered by the wake word are stored in the cloud for up to a year with no opt-out beyond manually deleting them. Photos and videos stay on the user's phone unless shared to Meta's AI or cloud services, but the line between local and cloud processing isn't always clear to the average user. Looking ahead, reports from February 2026 indicate Meta is internally testing a facial recognition feature called Name Tag, which would use the camera to identify people and pull up details from Meta's platforms. It hasn't been confirmed for public launch, but the fact that it's in development speaks to where this product category is heading and why the privacy conversation isn't going away. So who should actually buy these? The Meta Ray-Ban display makes the most sense for frequent travelers who want hands-free navigation and live translation, content creators who benefit from the teleprompter and viewfinder, professionals who need discreet messaging during meetings or presentations, and anyone with accessibility needs. The live captions feature alone is a meaningful tool for people with hearing difficulties. The display is bright, readable, and genuinely practical. The Neural Band is a legitimately innovative input method. Demand has been so strong that waitlists extend well into 2026, and Meta paused international expansion entirely because it can't produce enough units. But the trade-offs are real. At $799, there's no app store. The entire ecosystem is locked to Meta's own apps. Battery life is shorter than the screenless models, and the camera is the same 12-megapixel sensor from the Gen 1 era, with lower video resolution than the Gen 2. Speaking of the Gen 2, at $379, it shoots 3K video, gets 8 hours of battery life, and shares nearly all the same AI features through voice. If a screen in the lens isn't essential to what you do, the Gen 2 is the better value by a wide margin. The Meta Ray-Ban display is a statement about where smart glasses are going. Whether that future is worth $799 today depends entirely on whether the display features, navigation, messaging, translation, teleprompter, solve real problems in your daily life. If they do, nothing else on the market comes close. That's the full breakdown. If this was helpful, hit the like button and subscribe to Xzone for more tech reviews. Drop a comment. Would you pay $799 for a screen in your glasses? See you in the next one.